What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am here with my next conference tournament picks video. Today, going to do the ACC tournament, which is set to begin on Wednesday, March 9th and conclude on Sunday, on Selection Sunday, actually. If you guys like these videos, please like and subscribe if you're new. Gonna make a quick change to the schedule of these videos with the conference tournaments themselves. I'm gonna push the AAC back a couple of videos. Tentatively, I have them as the fourth one. I may push back even further than that, depending on how I view the situation in general. Because I'm trying to get these videos out. I want to get all these videos done by the conclusion of Tuesday, March 8th, because a majority of the big conferences start their tournament on March 9th, which is Wednesday. So without further ado, let's kind of quickly break down who we have here from 1 to 15. Now, the ACC, real quick, though, too, weak this year. It has been kind of weak at times, I feel like. I was expected to be a little bit stronger, but there are also some surprise teams in the top 5 or so. So let's go ahead and go to one. Number 1 is Duke. Not shocked that Duke's number 1, but they have been a little bit sketchy in the second half of the season. They took an L at home, actually, yesterday to North Carolina. I watched much of that game. Duke really couldn't handle the ball screens, the rebounding. North Carolina really crashed the glass pretty well. Armando Bacot was a huge difference maker in that game. Duke really needs to kind of, because it was Coach K's final game at home, so Duke really needs to just kind of zone out and go into it, just kind of move forward from it. Don't let it hinder them too much. It's going to be a tough road. It won't be easy for them. They got some young guys as starters. Notre Dame's number 2. I'm shocked Notre Dame is actually this high. A lot of it stems from their winning ways over February especially. They went on a streak there. They won like 5 straight. They've been in some tough games. They've almost knocked off Wake Forest. They've beaten Miami. I think they beat Miami twice this season, if I remember correctly. I'm going to double check on that real quick. No, they faced them once, I believe. Either way, though, Notre Dame's been a pretty great team this year. They're just kind of scrappy. I haven't watched really any Notre Dame this year, but I'm not sure, though. That's going to be tough. They have a pretty bad draw in the semifinals if they make it there, of course. We'll get to it. 3's North Carolina. Now, North Carolina at one point this season, I didn't think they were going to make it. They were looking pretty terrible at one point, but we were looking for that quad 1 win there. They got the second time they faced Virginia Tech, and North Carolina's been on fire since. They have won 5 straight. They've won 5 straight. They're 2-4 against top 25. That would be against Duke and against Michigan from way earlier in the season. But North Carolina, I think they're turning up at finally the right time. When teams start peaking right about now, that's scary. It kind of seems similar to what happened last year, except this time North Carolina is a better team than last year. I think the Tar Heels could do some serious damage when it comes to the tournament. Not only this tournament, I think they might end up picking off some people in March. I watch North Carolina if I were you. A team I'm not so confident in, I want to be more confident in this team, it's Miami. That's number 4. Miami was a surprise as well. They got Cameron McGusty as their leading scorer. They got a few guards on their team that just are absolutely fast. And not only that, they know to pickpocket very well. McGusty, Wong, Moore, and Miller really kind of doing a lot of the work especially, but they have such efficient guard play and definitely could pose some problems for other teams that have been lacking some defense, like Duke in the semifinals, if they meet in the semifinals. Miami beat Duke earlier in the season. They beat them at Cameron Indoor Stadium. That was a shock. I was not expecting that. But again, you never know. It's college basketball. But Miami, I guess, is no slouch. One of my bigger concerns is they're not a big rebounding team. They only average like 30.5 rebounds a game, but I think they make up for that in terms of just their offensive style of play. They're not very great defensively, so Miami's a bit of a tricky team. 5 is Wake Forest. I've been having less faith in Wake Forest as of late, but I think Wake Forest could also do damage in this upcoming tournament. They got to get the right matchup, though. Wake Forest is in my opinion, they're similar to Miami, but they have a very stout guard in Alonnis Williams. He averages almost 20 a game. He doesn't shoot the three very well. I want to see. Yeah, he doesn't shoot the three entirely well, but you got LaRavia and Williamson who are kind of stepping up to the plate, and Mucius also really stepping up to the plate beyond the arc. Wake Forest is a very dangerous offensive team. They average 37 rebounds a game. Wake Forest can play a little bit of defense. I guess there's one thing that separates Wake Forest and Miami, but Wake Forest does give up some points. So Wake Forest, very interesting team this year. At one point, they were the second best ACC team. So yeah, they almost beat Duke. They've got some decent wins. They beat Florida State on the road. They swept Florida State, as a matter of fact. Wake Forest is a team you want to watch out for. They bombed North Carolina, but that's when they weren't playing as good. 6 is Virginia. Virginia this year has just been terrible at times. Don't care for them too much. I don't have much to say. They did knock off Providence early in the season, but, they also beat Duke, but they failed to get them the second time. Virginia really trying to keep their season alive, but they're going to have to win this tournament, I think, if they want to get in the tournament, March Madness tournament itself. They had that crazy game-winning, crazy loss against Florida State recently. Speaking of Virginia, number 7 is Virginia Tech. I don't know what to think of Virginia Tech either. They're a bit of a very weird team. They're either one night they're playing decent, the next night they're playing terrible. Like recently they looked terrible against Clemson. It's like I don't know what to make of this team, so I'm kind of a hard time reading Virginia Tech. I think they're sneaky. They were actually 9-1 of their last 10 before that Clemson loss. So Virginia Tech has a little bit of fire, not as much, but something going into the tournament. 8 Florida State, 9 Syracuse. I'm going to put both teams together. Florida State has been really down. Like, they've been having a much worse season they've had in recent years, but Caleb Mills had a 5-game absence, and Florida State having him back really jolted them in their regular season finale. Syracuse's defense has been I feel like it's been historically bad this season. I say that because Syracuse has been getting bombed left and right, I feel like. They're definitely terrible defensively this year. They normally have a really good defense, but man, I'll tell you what, like Syracuse is just, I feel like they're so out of touch these days at times. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though, on them. Number 10 is Clemson. They own a couple good wins this year. I think I don't know. Clemson's a weird team, too, because it's like, you feel like Clemson can do some things, and then it's like, they almost knocked off St. Bonaventure earlier this season. 11's Louisville. Chris Mack got fired much earlier in the season, and Louisville has been garbage pretty much for a stretch there now. They can't score to stay alive. They have a terrible offense. Number 12's Pittsburgh. They have a terrible offense. 13's Boston College. 14 Georgia Tech. 15 NC State. NC State, I thought they were going to be a little bit better than this, but whatever. I don't care. Let's get to the picks. I'm going to shut up now. 12 Pittsburgh. 13 Boston College. I like Boston College to get the job done. Who cares about Pitt? Pitt is terrible. Oh, my goodness. 10 Clemson. 15 NC State. I wanted to take the upset here, but I just think, oh, God, this is a real tough. I'll stick with my original gut. I'm going to stick with my original gut instinct. I'm going to take Clemson. NC State lost by 5 to them not too long ago. Louisville 11 Louisville versus 14 Georgia Tech. I'm getting ahead of myself. I am going to take an upset here. I got Georgia Tech of saying Louisville. I believe they beat Louisville too earlier in the season. I don't recall, but I'm kind of like trying to get this together quickly. Second round, Florida State and Syracuse. I'm actually going to take Florida State. I believe in them a little bit more right now, especially since they're coming into this tournament hot. They have won 3 straight, and Syracuse has lost 4 straight. I don't trust Syracuse. 5 Wake Forest and 13 Boston College. I think it's a no-brainer. Wake Forest wins that one. I don't remember the last time Wake Forest has won a tournament game. I think it's been a couple years at least, maybe. I don't know. 7 Virginia Tech, 10 Clemson. Now Clemson beat Virginia Tech by 4 recently. I'm going to take V-Tech. I don't know. I don't trust either team really. It's going to be a battle of time of possession, in my opinion, really, in that one, especially with the defense. Clemson isn't, guys, I don't know, man. You think, it's whatever. 6 Virginia versus 14 Georgia Tech. Now, I can see the upset here. Virginia is a team that is slow. If Virginia is fighting for their season, goodness, I'm going to take Virginia, but I think it's going to be pretty close. Duke and Florida State. Now, Duke lost to Florida State earlier in the season, but they got revenge on them, and I think Duke is going to come in here with an edge after losing to North Carolina. This matchup has me everywhere. I don't know who to even go with. My gut instinct has me taking Wake Forest, but my mind's like, don't be stupid. Miami's not a pushover in some ways. These two match up these two do match up a bit similar, except Wake Forest does have some bigs that can kind of dominate a bit at times. Like they could kind of take over a little bit. Miami, not so much, it seems like, according to their stats, but you know what? I think I'm going to take Wake Forest. I think I'm going to take Wake Forest in a slight 5-4 upset there. I think they're going to avenge the season series sweep. 2 Notre Dame versus 7 Virginia Tech. I almost want to take V-Tech here, and I think I'm going to hold my horses here. Let's hold our horses, I should say. Listen, I want to see who won the first game, if they even... I'm sure they faced. They did, and I want to say Virginia Tech beat them. Yes, they beat them back in mid-January. Justin Mutz was really the guy that... Oh, jeez, I don't know who to take here. I'll take Notre Dame. Oh my God, I don't know. No, you know what? We're going to take an upset because either way, I got North Carolina beating Virginia, and I think North Carolina is going to pose a matchup issue for both of these teams in the semifinals. Duke and Wake Forest. Scary game here because Wake Forest, you know what they're going to do. They're going to study that film from last night, but Duke is not pleased with how they ended that regular season finale. I'm going Duke to the ACC final. That's not Reese's. That's just, I just think with Mike Krzyzewski being, just pushing these guys, telling them, look, we got, again, focus on the future. Let's not dwell on the past. I got North Carolina beating Virginia Tech a third time. I think North Carolina, again, is firing up at the right time. But I'm going to take Duke to get revenge. I know, it seems like a cliche thing, like picking Duke. It's like, oh, of course you're going to pick Duke to win because they're Duke. It's just the thing is, I think Duke is ready to kind of really push the envelope even further this season. It just really depends. But... And I picked Virginia Tech because I'm like, I want that kind of one real low seed kind of getting farther. So Notre Dame could easily win that game, but I don't know, man. I don't trust them that much. It's kind of weird, but again, I don't trust the Hokies either. But there you guys have my ACC picks. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please, again, like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And we will be doing the A10 next. I'll be recording that video here in just a little bit. Stay tuned.